Picture your dream trip to Asia. I bet it looks something like this. Crowded beaches, right? Sunbathers packed in like sardines, the air thick with sunscreen, and the constant buzz of 1,000 other people searching for the exact same postcard shot. You fly halfway around the world for a little peace and quiet, only to find the same crowds you were trying to get away from. But what if I told you the real magic is hiding somewhere else, far from the sand and the chaos? Forget the beaches. We're going to show you why these hidden waterfalls are the paradise you've actually been looking for. These are the spots that aren't plastered on every travel brochure. Jungle oases with magical turquoise pools that reward anyone willing to go just a little bit further. This is Asia's best kept secret. We travel for that feeling of discovery, right? To find those rare, untouched corners of the world that make you feel like you're the first person to ever see them. But in a world of over-tourism, those moments are getting harder and harder to come by. We've been taught that the perfect vacation is a white sand beach and an ocean view. But that dream usually comes with a hefty price tag. The crowds, the commercialism, and the feeling that you're just another tourist on a very long list. Well, today we're flipping that script. We're trading the salty air for the cool, misty spray of a freshwater fall. We're swapping the endless horizon of the sea for the intimate embrace of a jungle sanctuary. We're heading to 3 of Asia's most incredible waterfalls, each one a world away from the typical tourist trail. These aren't just cascades of water. They're destinations all on their own, offering adventure, peace, and a connection to nature that no beach can ever really match. Our journey starts in the heart of Laos, at a place that looks like it was pulled straight out of a fairy tale. Our first stop is near the charming town of Luang Prabang, a place where time just seems to move a little slower. A 45-minute ride through winding jungle roads and vibrant green rice paddies brings you to the entrance of Huangsi Falls. And right away, you can tell this place is special. The first thing you see isn't even the waterfall. It's a bear sanctuary, a rescue center for Asiatic black bears saved from poachers. It's a powerful reminder that this place is just as much about preservation as it is about beauty. As you walk further in, you start to hear it. A low rumble that slowly builds into a roar. Then you see it. Huangsi isn't just one waterfall. It's a whole series of them spilling down 3 tiers of limestone rock. The water cascades from one pool to the next, and each one is a more brilliant shade of turquoise than the last. That stunning color isn't a filter. It's from calcium carbonate minerals in the water that reflect the sunlight, creating a spectacle that feels totally out of this world. The lower pools are wide and gentle, absolutely perfect for a swim. And even though Huangsi is popular, the park is so spread out that it rarely feels packed. You can almost always find your own little corner. For the more adventurous, there's a hike up the side of the main waterfall that leads to more secluded spots and a killer view from the top. While the secret pools at the summit are now off limits to protect the area, the climb is still worth it for the incredible perspective you get from high above the crowds. Swimming in these pools is just surreal. The water is cool and crisp, the perfect escape from the Laotian heat. You can feel the gentle push of the current while tiny fish swim around your feet. It's a place that feels both wild and serene, powerful and peaceful all at once. This is what it feels like to be truly immersed in nature. Huangsi proves that paradise doesn't have to be a struggle to find. Sometimes it's waiting just a short trip from town. From the tranquil blues of Laos, our journey is about to get a lot more adventurous. We're heading to the rugged, untamed north of Bali, Indonesia, far from the yoga studios of Ubud and the beach clubs of Seminyak. Our destination is Sekumpul Waterfall, and let me just say, this place makes you work for it. They call it the most beautiful waterfall in Bali, and it definitely makes you earn the title. Getting there is half the adventure. The drive is about 2.5 hours from the main tourist hubs, taking you through winding mountain roads and tiny villages where you can literally smell cinnamon and allspice drying in the sun. When you finally arrive, there's no easy stroll to the falls. The hike down is a solid 30-minute trek into a lush valley forested with bamboo. You'll tackle steep steps and cross rivers on foot. Your legs will burn, but with every step you take, the anticipation just builds. And then you hear the roar. Sekumpul isn't just one waterfall. Its name actually means collection, and it's a fitting one. Hidden in the valley are 3 distinct falls: the main Sekumpul Falls, the nearby hidden waterfall, and the trio of cascades known as Fiji Waterfall. When you round that final corner, the main falls come into view, and it's the kind of sight that just stops you in your tracks. A massive curtain of water, 80 meters high, plunges into a misty canyon below. The power is just immense. You can feel the spray on your face from hundreds of feet away. If this journey is already sparking your sense of adventure, and you're picturing yourself in one of these pools, let me know in the comments. Which one would you hit first? I'd love to hear if you're the kind of traveler looking for an accessible paradise, or if you're ready for an epic quest. For our last stop, we're heading to an island famous for its beaches, Koh Samui, Thailand. But we're not here for the coastline. We're on the hunt for a place so under the radar, it's nicknamed Secret Falls. This is Tan Ruya Waterfall, and it's all about the thrill of discovery. Now, finding Tan Ruya is a mission. It's not a secret in that nobody knows about it, but it definitely flies below the radar of most tourists. Tucked away deep in the jungle-covered hills of Mainam, the smooth road eventually gives way to a rough dirt track full of ruts and rocks that will test your scooter skills and your nerve. There are no big signs, no tour buses, just the thrill of the chase. After a steep climb and a short walk along a winding jungle path, you finally find it. Unlike the epic scale of Sekumpul or the tiered pools of Guangxi, Tan Raya is an intimate, private-feeling sanctuary. It's that classic waterfall you picture in your head, a single powerful stream pouring down a vine-covered cliff into a deep pool. Because it's a bit of a challenge to get to, you've got a pretty good shot at having it all to yourself. This is where that fantasy of a deserted jungle oasis becomes reality. The air is cool, the only sounds are rushing water and rustling leaves, and the sense of solitude is just total. While the main pool isn't great for swimming because of hidden rocks, the experience here isn't about taking a dip. It's about that incredible sense of peace and accomplishment you get from finding a place that feels truly special and untouched. It's about sitting on a rock, watching the water flow, and feeling a million miles from everything. There's even a small rustic cafe nearby, the Tree Bridge Cafe, that offers amazing views over the jungle canopy. So, are you convinced? We've gone from the fairy tale pools of Laos to the epic power of Bali, and finally to a hidden gem in Thailand. We've traded crowded beaches for the quiet solitude of the jungle. We've swapped the predictable for the magical. Look, a beach is a beautiful thing, but it's usually a passive experience. You lie on the sand, you swim a little, you watch the world go by. A waterfall is an adventure. It demands a journey. It might challenge you with a hike or test your navigation skills, but then it delivers a reward that's so much more than just a pretty picture. It's an accomplishment. It's a story you'll be telling for years. These hidden waterfalls aren't just an alternative to the beach. For the adventurous, they're a superior way to travel. They offer a deeper connection with nature, a bigger sense of discovery, and a feeling of awe that stays with you long after you've left. So next time you're planning that big trip to Asia, look past the coastline. Look towards the mountains, the jungles, and the sound of rushing water. Because the real paradise, the one you've actually been looking for, might just be hiding there. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. If you believe there are still hidden gems out there worth discovering, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. And if you're hungry for more, check out this video right here, where we explore another one of the world's best-kept travel secrets. See you in the next one.